good afternoon, or good evening. This is day 4, and yes, I'm one day behind. I had a busy day yesterday and wasn't feeling up to snuff. Nevertheless, I need a tuck spot for this. So let's be truthful here. What I actually need a tuck spot for is this. This is actually my working handwritten copy, and I need to be able to shove that in the back of the journal somewhere so I don't have to keep pulling up the screenshot of the prompt list. And tuck spot is day 4's prompt, so let's make one. So today we need to make a tuck spot for our handwritten list, and I think I have exactly what we need in here. An envelope full of envelopes. And I'm so glad I spent some time, I don't know, a few months ago, I don't remember exactly how long, but I spent some time making envelopes, learning how to make envelopes with and without an envelope board. And sometimes, as in the case of this big envelope, you can't use an envelope board, or there may be some other reason, you know, that envelope's too big. But for this one, I think I have one that is exactly the right size. Now I've gone ahead and I've put an end paper on the back, neutral, not going to clash with anything. And I think as far as covering up, yep, perfect fit. Now you're still going to be able to see a tiny little bit along here of the cardboard, but you know what? I don't care. This is not a book that I am going to be trying to sell or care about as far as picture perfect design. It is strictly for my own use, and I'm kind of a pragmatic person. When I make these books, I want them to have a purpose. I don't make books just to make a book. Even when I'm demonstrating, I do it with a purpose. And so what the purpose will be, I'm not sure. Let's make sure that these pages, oh, they are an exact fit. But you know what? The date doesn't matter because it's well past. And I'm just going to rip it down. Make sure, yep. I'm going to just rip it down. You probably won't be able to see this. But it's okay because it's just one tear. And I can see it's not even lined up well, but I don't even care about that either. I just care about having these pages stay in the same place so that I'm not constantly wondering where the little book is that these pages came out of. And am I gonna make this a flip up? No, because there's other information on there that's not related. I think I'm just going to leave them in there loose, and that way I can take one out at a time. So, yeah, just going to pop them in there loose. I already glued down, you watched me glue down the one end so this will fold together correctly. And I am not going to put any glue or anything on it. I'm going to be able to open it up and just yank this stuff out. Easy peasy. Any other decorations on the inside? I don't know. Maybe later I'll fuss around with it, but this has got to be a quick video. So let's look again and make sure that we're lined up, and we are. This, because it's a newer print, and I have that runny ink that I will never use again, I am going to tack this down with a generous coating of glue stick, and I'm happy to report that the page that the previous video when you saw me doing a page and we talked about glue sticks, pros and cons, and you watched the image that I had used a glue stick on literally not stick for more than a minute, and I'm happy to report that it's still stuck. And I'm going to use a very small bit of wet glue just to tack down the top of this solidly. If I find that this lifts in any way, then someday when I have some Fabri-Tac, I will Fabri-Tac it down. But for right now, and since this book is not an heirloom quality book, there's my tuck spot. for this little prompt list. Now, I will probably go off camera and measure something for here to put in my daily log. And so hold that thought. I'll be right back. Okay, I went off camera and I got a little card printed up and made a washi tape, half a washi tape hinge. And we're going to glue that down with wet glue, since we don't have to worry about running ink under this. Nice good coating of wet glue. And we're going to try and wrap this up as quickly as possible, because I felt my desk move in a way that makes me very, very nervous. So we'll just line this up the best we can. Give it a little burnish. Just a light one. And I have 15 journaling spots here. Or 15 per side. I don't believe that I will need all 15 times 2, because I'm grouping some of the prompts. So this will be able to flip up. I could put notes up here if I wanted to, or I could put, you know, anything I want to under here as well. So there is day 4, our tuck spot for the cheat sheet on the prompts. There we go. Simple. I don't know what caused my desk to move, but it moved pretty significantly, and it moved away from the wall. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that could fall if I don't do a desktop excavation and brace or move or lock the wheels on my desk. And I'll be doing that today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Don't forget that this challenge for Junk Journal January is sponsored by Meg Journals and GetMessyArt. Links in the show notes. God bless you. I'll see you real soon.